I gotta tell you guys a funny little situation that happened on Saturday. Probably remember Balcony Boy. We're gonna call him Balcony Boy because we had a fight over me asking dudes in his elevator if they had a balcony. He lives on like the 3rd floor. He doesn't have a balcony, and these 2 guys were in the elevator with us. A little awkward of a ride, so I decided to start a conversation. I was like, hey, do you guys have a balcony? And they were like, yeah, of course, like who doesn't? And I was like, oh, okay, because like he doesn't have one in a studio.
So offensive. Hey, that literally would have been the moment I would have said, hey, go ahead and take the elevator back to your car. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need of coming up to my spot because I ain't got no balcony. So you might as well just go with the other dudes that, you know what I'm saying, that got a balcony so you can feel good. I'm really having trouble like understanding how she does not see this as emasculating. You supposed to be with me, but yet you're so busy trying to roast me about not having a balcony. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go with those other dudes who got the balcony. But that would have been the moment of me. That would have been the last time I ever talked to her. For sure. Because why are you going to ask other dudes, do they have balcony? What point are you trying to prove? You know what I'm saying? What point? Because you don't pay my rent. You don't pay my rent at all. So this type of mindset is already emasculating. You're trying to emasculate me. You know what I'm saying? So you can go do that with somebody else. Straight up.
So when we got out of the elevator, he was like yelling at me, like not to have conversations with guys or like whatever. Eventually, our little situation kind of died out over the summer in July. So recently, we rekindled on a dating app, and I ended up hanging out with him on Saturday. This guy literally...
See, that's another mistake. I would have been ending it because Buddy was right. Now, you shouldn't have argued with her, but man, like you over here, just because I don't have a balcony, you're trying to throw it all in my face. You don't want to be with no woman that's trying to throw something in your face that means so little. All because I don't have a balcony, you want to go on a spree of asking dudes, hey, do you got a balcony? Hey, do you got a balcony? I'm good. I'm straight. That would have been my last time speaking to you. There ain't no rekindling shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that going on.
Saturday. This guy literally, this guy had the nerve to tell me like, oh yeah, it was never gonna work out between us because you have 3 kids. And I get that. 3 kids isn't for everybody, right? Because that is a lot to that is a lot.
Hey, he's being honest, right? He's being honest, right? You want to be honest about my balcony. Yeah, it ain't gonna work out because you got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, salute to homie for being honest.
If you had 3 kids, I wouldn't date you, so I get it, right? I'm not mad at him for that. It's just like the way that he said it, like I have nothing else to offer, and I'm not good enough because I have 3 kids. So I looked at him and like out of like reaction, I was like, dude, you're not even like 5'9". Like you literally lie about your height on a dating app. And the mood just completely changed. Like if you're coming for me, I'm coming for you.
See, first off, right? You never want to be with a woman who is petty like that, right? I don't like that type of energy. I don't like those type of petty games. That's not what type of time I'm on, right? I'm just letting you know that I don't want to be with you because you have 3 kids. I'm not trying to roast. I'm literally letting you know what it is, right? We're going to get into Buddy lying about his height in a second, but what I do want to address is the fact that she had to bring up the height thing, right? She knew that was going to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I don't like women with this type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because height is uncontrollable. You having 3 kids is controllable. Where Buddy messed up is you should never lie about your height on a dating app. Never lead with something that's not real. A lot of dudes, they try to put on a persona of this is my car or I stay here. Don't ever do that because you realize when you put that stuff on a dating app or any social media or Instagram, you realize you're going to have to see the woman in person. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of men realize that you're going to have to see that woman in person. So you kind of set yourself up. Homie kind of set himself up to be in this position because you should have got rid of her in the elevator when she started asking other dudes about having a balcony. You should have told her, hey, how about you just go with the balcony boys? Go ahead and go with, you know what I'm saying? So since you care so much about me not having a balcony, either one or 2 things. You can either pay my rent since you care so much, or find me a place with the balcony and pay my rent, or you can go with the balcony boys. But either way, I really don't want you with me unless you're going to pay my bills. That's what I would have hit her with. See, this is why you have to pay attention to who a woman is in general, right? The signs were already there. You know what I'm saying? When she was in the elevator and she said, oh, I didn't want it to be awkward. So since you didn't want it to be awkward, you start asking them, do they have balconies so you can try to demean me? You know what I'm saying? Because what was the point of her doing that? What's the point she was trying to make? What's the point you trying to make? And the thing is, see, the situation ended up fizzling out after the elevator situation. They had an argument over it. You should have never got back with her, because at that point she's gonna forever disrespect you. The disrespect, see, the thing is with women, the disrespect gets worse. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect always gets worse. So when you're dealing with the woman who has already disrespected you and you keep dealing with her, it's only going to get worse. That's why she start roasting you about your height. You know what I'm saying? Because she couldn't take the fact that you was honest and said, baby girl, you got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 kids. But what's funny is she literally told him, well, if I was a guy and you had 3 or whatever, right? She was basically saying if the roles were reversed, she wouldn't date him either. So how can you feel me on that, but yet you feel so offended to the point where now you roasting my height? You see what I'm saying? So you shouldn't even, this type of woman with that type of character, you shouldn't even be dealing with her anyway. You got to let those type of women suffer. She got to suffer. Now, granted, I know some people that got apartments and don't got no balconies, and I be thinking that shit is crazy. But if somebody really feels the audacity or the need to ask other people, do they have it, just to make a point? You know what I'm saying? And you're making a point, but it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point that you're trying to make? So the fact that you're doing that and you're trying to demean me and make me feel less than, oh yeah, we not gonna work. We not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't, but I'm sure Buddy learned a valuable lesson that day. But you know, Buddy, he really set himself up, because when you lie about your height on a dating app, you're setting yourself up to be in that position, because once a woman can find a hole or whatever, they're going to attack. So she remembered in her head, oh, this dude said he was 5'9", but he really 5'4". You know what I'm saying? Don't ever lie about your height. You know what I'm saying? Because all that screams out is insecurities. And especially with a woman like that, she gonna bring that up. You bring up she got 3 kids, she finna roast your height. And the thing is, what you gotta understand, man, never lead with dishonesty with women. You know what I'm saying? Don't lead with a life that's not yours. Don't lead with a height that's not really you. Don't lead with pictures that's not what you really look like, because you really fat AF, but you in your pictures you look a little slimmer. So you always want to be real, because women are gonna call your bluff. I promise you that. I promise you that. See, as a man, it's a little bit different. A woman can lie about her height. It won't even matter. A woman's pictures can look a certain way, and in person she may have a little extra weight. We deal with it. And I'm not saying me personally, but I'm just saying it's different when it comes to these women, bro. And I'm not saying to cater to these women, but what I'm saying is women crucify dudes who are not living what they say they about. They'll use it against you. Like they load the bullets up in the chamber and they just let go. They start spraying. Oh yeah, you 5'2", and that's why they just start going crazy. So never give these women the ammo to disrespect you. That's why you should have left her in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Because that was already disrespectful from the jump. You know what you gotta, women are gonna always test restraint, man. They're gonna always test restraint. And when you don't put your 10 toes down and stand on your 2 feet, they're gonna make fun of you. They're gonna clown you. They're gonna disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta understand is when a woman gets out of pocket, you gotta put her back in the pocket. Because if you don't, she just gonna toy around with you. So like I say on every video, man, this is why we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And until the next time, deuces.